This is a green building. At the first glance, or even after many, it is not possible to state the difference between a regular building and a green building. However, the change reflects in the utility and health bills of the residents. According to Indian Green Building Council, residents living in a green building see between 40 to 60% reduction in the energy bills. Another concession comes in with the water bill, where the reduction is expected to be between 30 to 50% when compared to a regular building. As the name suggests, a green building isn't green in color, but is carbon efficient on the basis of 7 parameters. Further, it can also range from being carbon neutral to even carbon positive, which means that it is equipped to produce more energy than it could consume. Globally, green buildings have emerged as a phenomenon in the construction and development industry, but India seems to be playing catch-up.
If you look at earlier the Indian architecture, which was passive architecture, jali work, like you have jali work right here in this building, or storage of water, the open courtyards in Gujarat. So green buildings was already a concept. Bringing in daylight in these open courtyards was already a concept in India, but over time in the construction industry we have lost the concept of green buildings.
Buildings are those spaces where we spend most of our time. Most of our lives are spent in buildings. So our well-being and happiness is critically linked to the buildings where we spend our time at. This building will decide whether we are connected to the nature or isolated from it. And us being natural creatures want to be one with nature. The other important aspect is, which many times we forget, is how much resource intensive a building is. So a typical building that you are seeing in front of you, it might be 3,000 to 4,000 tons. Now, if there are 100 apartments, then one apartment would be 40 odd tons. Just imagine how much food you will eat in your lifetime, maybe 15 tons. Your car is 1,500 kgs, everything else is less than 100. So all that you will consume in life might end up being less than the amount of resources that have gone to build your home. Having said that, when you produce resources, you emit greenhouse gases. And now climate risks are glaring at us. So the amount of global warming that is caused due to urbanization is immense, plus the brunt of climate change will also be faced by the buildings, because they are what shelters you from the environment. So it's that critical.
So to understand how does a developer get into this construction of green buildings, why is it not a commonly adopted phenomenon yet? Why are all developers not green yet?
Well, the biggest reason was that the cost was higher to make a certified green building, but than a normal building. Now, having said that, IGBC also has a Green Product Council. CII, I'm sorry, not IGBC, it's part of our team, and where we have certified more than 12,000 products, either for their energy efficiency, water efficiency, recyclability potential, a cradle-to-cradle approach, recyclable content, using materials in abundance, like we use fly ash cement, hollow bricks in green buildings, so that we bring down the temperature of the building. So we have been able to now bring down the cost of a residential building to 3 to 5% less than a normal building. You build two similar buildings, this guy is IGBC certified, it costs less to build. If you look at a commercial building, it would cost 3 to 4% more than a normal building. But then your ROI, your return on investment, is maybe 6 months to 9 months, because your energy bill comes down by 50–60%, your water bill comes down, your people are much more happier. If you look at productivity increase in a green building, which I did not speak about, but Infosys and many Tech Mahindra, they have all reported productivity increase anywhere between 15 to 20%. So I have some buildings where the medical parameters are measured of the occupants every 6 months, the Paharpur Center in Delhi, and the neighboring buildings display medical parameters which are 20% worse. And the people who are working in a green building, the medical parameters are 20% better.
how is it cost beneficial to the residents in terms of like direct money? Because a lot of times we see this hesitation among home buyers is that, oh, a lot of our money has gone into the home, why waste that extra buck? Or to save on to that last thing, how are you making it lucrative for them?
No, it's a very interesting question. And first of all,
Pertinent also.
it's a very pertinent question as well. So see, when so energy, water or any other resource, it costs money. So the moment you have efficiency in in the way they are managed and processed, you will save money. It's very simple. If you need less material, you save money. If you need less electricity, you save money. If you need less water, you save money. That's primary. It's not only that you are using less water, you are pumping less water up. So in all facets, you are saving money. Second, which is aspect which is very unique to a project like this, people, an individual finds it difficult to invest in efficiency because, I mean, awareness also and sometimes the first cost challenges. So if you look at this project, first it is designed in a passive manner, so the overall air conditioning needs are already less. Plus, all of these homes from here up to sector 3, they have 5-star ACs. Now 5-star AC penetration in India is hardly 5%. 5-star penetration in Palava from sector 4 onwards is 100%. How is that possible? It is possible because we could procure in bulk. And through these integrative possibilities, we can offer efficiency to the people. Now these same people are getting more comfort for lesser amount of money on an operational basis, as well as the capital cost for us is also less as compared to what they would have bought the AC otherwise for, a lower star rating AC for a higher cost. The common area maintenance charges, which are very typical to any society. Now if the overall pumping infrastructure, if overall elevatoring infrastructure, if all the sensor based lighting are provided, then the common area charges also come down. So it's a direct tangible financial benefit to the customer.
Sure.
May I add something?
Yes, please.
You see, we have some very unique projects. One being the past national chairman, I'm in charge of strategic alliances and marketing outreach at IGBC now. My drawing room is 800 square feet. I have 6 tons of air conditioning. We went to Reliance, Koperkherne, 580 acres. We air condition, and that even Mr. Aun Abdullah will be shocked what I'm saying. We air conditioned 700 square feet for 1 ton of air conditioning. We went to Reliance Jamnagar, 850 acres. We air conditioned 850 square feet for 1 ton of air conditioning. Now in my house, I'm using 6 tons of air conditioning for 800 square feet, and for the same area in Jamnagar, you are using 1 ton of air conditioning. So my capex expenditure comes down, my operating expenditure comes down. By what? 6 to 1. Okay? So I'm talking of a 20% operating expenditure compared to my own dumb installation, I'm sorry, which is 100%. Now, can you imagine Reliance is only paying 20% of what I am paying?
How do you think a rapid adoption of green buildings would directly be pushing India towards its goals?
Like when you log in your bank account, there is 2-step verification. So I would say that green buildings is your password and net zero approach is your OTP.
Madam, I want to tell you one thing. How do you calculate how rich you are? You can calculate how rich you are not by counting the monies that the stuff that you own, but what money cannot really buy. And money will not be able to buy you a sustainable future unless we all work together towards sustainability.
The Indian green building market recorded revenues of about $30 billion in just 2023. This comes in at a time when India is committed to its global green goals. And so the future may be bright, but it also may be green. In Mumbai, Rachna Dhanrajani.